Let's be honest. You're not tired. Your mind is. You wake up already thinking about what you said yesterday, what you need to do today, and what might go wrong tomorrow. And it never stops. Here's a fact. The average person has over 60,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are the same as yesterday's. So it's not that you can't stop thinking. It's that your brain got stuck on repeat. I know because I lived that loop. I was an overthinker, always predicting, analyzing, replaying. But what I discovered shocked me. Overthinking doesn't make you more prepared. It just makes you more paralyzed. And today, I'll share 3 powerful shifts that helped me quiet my brain and might just reset yours too. Here's the first shift. And it sounds strange. The more you fight your thoughts, the more they fight back. Have you ever tried to stop thinking about something embarrassing? Within seconds, your brain makes it 10 times louder. That's called the ironic rebound effect. Your mind simply resists being silenced. So instead of fighting, I started observing. Whenever a looping thought popped up, I'd simply say, "There's my brain trying to protect me again." Just that one sentence changed everything. The moment you name your thought, you separate from it. You go from being inside the storm to watching it from above. If I can ask you one thing, what if your thoughts aren't enemies? They're just overworked alarms. Alarms don't mean danger. They mean attention is needed. They're loud because they're trying to keep you safe. But sometimes they keep shouting about the same thing again and again. And once you see them as alarms, not attackers, you can decide whether the signal actually needs action or just a quick reset. Now you have the ability to observe your thoughts. But why are they so loud in the first place? Here's a truth no one tells students. Overthinking isn't a thinking problem. It's a control problem. When I realized that, I stopped trying to control everything. I learned my overthinking wasn't about the present. It was all about control. I was constantly obsessed with outcomes, grades, how people perceived me, or whether a plan would fail. These were all things outside my actual control. I was constantly wasting energy practicing problems that never showed up. I discovered that I was putting myself through the stress of failures that hadn't even happened yet. It turns out that I was rehearsing pain that wouldn't happen. Studies show that most of the bad scenarios we worry about, up to 85% of the time, never actually occur. My brain was lying to me. But once I flipped that fear into curiosity, everything changed. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" I forced myself to ask, "What will I learn if I do?" That single question made failure feel less like an ending and more like an experiment. And when life became something to learn from, not something to control, my mind started to quiet down on its own. We've covered the mind and the heart. The third shift is what actually broke the cycle for me, and it's the most powerful. I stopped waiting until I felt ready to move. I started moving to make myself feel ready. Here's the paradox. You don't think your way out of overthinking. You move your way out of it. One small action is more powerful than 100 positive thoughts. So when my mind spiraled, I'd force myself to do something tiny. I'd write one sentence, clean my desk, or take a 5-minute walk. Each small act whispered, "I'm not stuck." And here's what I learned. That small movement is actual medicine. Studies showed me that just 2 minutes of physical action can reduce the anxious noise in your head by up to 30%. Action doesn't just move your body, it moves your focus. Small steps silence loud thoughts. The next time your brain says, "Think more," move instead. You see, overthinking isn't something you cure, it's something you outgrow. And you outgrow it every time you choose observation over reaction, curiosity over control, and small action over endless analysis. So here's your final reminder. You don't need to control your thoughts. You just need to redirect them. Because peace doesn't come when your mind is empty. It comes when your mind is finally understood. That is how you stop being an overthinker and start being unstoppable. Tell me in the comments, which of the 3 shifts will you try first today? This is 7D Mindset. Think deeper. See broader. Grow wiser.